Okay, folks, if you're just joining us, this is Upstate Al. I'm in the booth. We're coming to you live from Mr. Cue Billiards in Lindenhurst, New York. You're watching the New York State 10-Ball Championship. We're about to watch this match. It should be exciting. These two players here, the mighty Earl Strickland and Evan Broxmeyer, we're going to go racing to 9. This is Earl's first match in the tournament. He did get a bye from the opening gate. We got Larry Ross in the booth.
Never count Evan out of anything.
Evan can get out.
Of course, he's playing Earl. That's another story, but he's capable. He used to be capable. I haven't seen him in a while. Hasn't changed much.
You know, when Evan used to play all the time, it was mostly 9-ball, 9-ball, 9-ball. And that break reminds me of a 9-ball break, you know, and these 10-ball breaks just...
He's a large, strong boy.
Oh, yeah. As we watch Earl Strickland. First shot.
Little safety over there. I don't know if he got it. I can't see the line. Appears that he has it. From the lay of this rack and knowing Earl's game, I would think he's out here. Well, he might have enough. I can't say it. I believe he's got enough to make this.
It looks like he does, yeah. He can cut it into the side pocket.
Come off.
You know, I find myself, when I watch Earl shoot, I find myself mesmerized, you know, just because the grace of the game and the way that he plays the game, you know, it's just like, you know, everything looks automatic.
It's also,
you know?
His stroke is like a musician playing a Stradivarius or a great pianist.
This is true.
It's like in pool, you have to call it music.
As you watch Earl Strickland get out there. Draws first blood, 1-0. We'd like to thank Lacassi Hybrid Cues. We definitely want to give a big shout out to nycgrind.com, the Tap League, Simonis. You know, it's always fun to be on the road and bring these live streams to everybody. And these are the guys that are sponsoring us and keeping us on the road. And please don't forget about this tournament coming up. This is when 3 tours get together, the Predator Pro-Am Tour, the Mez Tour, and the Tri-State Tour. May 24th through the 26th, it's the 4th annual George Ginky Sansushi Memorial. We'll be coming to you live from Steinway Billiards in Astoria, Queens, New York. That field is almost full. I know they're getting close to 170 players or close to 190 as it is. If you want to get in, you got to get on that Predator Pro-Am Tour.com and get in touch with Tony Robles, or go right to Steinway and get your entry fees paid up. As Earl Strickland's having a little difficulty racking this set of balls here. guys, and go over to Live Stream News if you have Facebook accessibility, and we have a group called Live Stream News Group. It's called Live Stream News on Facebook, where you'll find live streams posted from just about everybody around the country, around the world. And we'd like to give a big shout out to guys on the other side of the pond in the snooker world that have been posting in there, and of course, right now they're viewing the stream, as far as I understand. We appreciate it. Earl's explaining the problem with the rack to Evan Broxmeyer, so that Evan will be able to give himself a good rack. Earl Strickland set to break in game 2. Leads 1-0. Guys, if you can spread the word and let everybody know that we're actually up live, we appreciate it.
Looks like.
And there you have an answer from Ron Mason in the chat. He says, for the Genki Memorial, we have 11 spots left on the lower bracket and 23 left on the upper bracket. So I urge you to get over there if you feel like playing in a great event. And there you go. There is the link for the live stream news group on Facebook. As Larry Ross, you know, as I just mentioned, that Larry Ross is wants to let Manny know that he's playing, because he totally, you know, being in all the action and being on the road, Larry forgot to tell Manny that he's playing himself. So Larry's on the phone right now making sure that he's going to be playing. So mark up another one there, Mr. Mason, as Larry Ross is going to make sure that he's in. Evan Broxmeyer up at the table, trails 1-0. Takes the long shot on the 1, misses it. Earl Strickland left with a great shot on the 1 ball. The 2 ball in a bad position. But for the mighty Earl, he gets those windows and those angles right where you need to be. Larry's already in. Ron Mason's telling you you're already in.
Do you have any pool movers? Pool movers?
You're already in the tournament, Ron said. He's got you down on the board. Just to give you a heads up. That's all. Yeah, Ron Mason just confirmed that you're in. No, he didn't mean you down on the volume on your headset. He mean that's the way Ron mentions that you're already signed up in the tournament. He's got you down on it. Thank you, Ron. All right, getting back to the match. Mr. Ross back.
And Earl looks like he's moving along here. I once asked Earl why he plays the balls so close to each other.
What do you mean by close?
Well, when he has to pass a ball, he passes it sometimes
with accuracy.
Put a hair in between that and the ball it's passing.
He is scary.
But he's in a pretty good flow here.
And he's been sitting a while. You know, he got a bye through the first round. There you have it. Earl Strickland goes up 2-0 over to Broxmeister, Evan Broxmeyer. Evan's been playing quite a while. He's been around.
He's been around is right.
Now, with a family and, you know, other obligations, he hasn't been shooting. But he elected, you know, we're right here in his backyard in Long Island, so he elected to come out and play.
And he's a very nice young man also.
Yeah.
He has big obligation taking care of his property, et cetera, People that know him know what I'm talking about. I won't get into detail, but he's really in very, very large piece of responsibility. We'll leave it at that. And he stands up to it pretty well.
Evan Broxmeyer set the break, game 3. Last time I saw Evan Broxmeyer actually hit a ball, he was up at the Turning Stone Casino many, many moons ago, you know. Talking years ago.
He used to play the tournaments up there.
Yeah.
When he was young and carefree. He's a little tough here. Little tough here. He might try to bang it off the 8. Didn't quite work. I see Ray back there is playing Jason.
On the B side.
I don't know what the score is. They started a few minutes ago. Ray can play. I remember when Ray played Parika. Gambled with him. Played all night long. Didn't come up a winner, but played well with the right weight.
You can see Earl way in the back of the room if you can see him with the purple shirt. He left his case back there with his girlfriend, so he's getting something out of his case. I don't know if he's getting his jump cue.
Break. He's getting the break jump.
The break jump.
Well, he just brought the break. The jump. Yeah. Earl jumps reasonably well with a short cue. We know he can jump with a full cue.
You know what's nice about that's a Steve Lomax jump cue, isn't it?
Yep, that's one of Steve's. He made it specifically for Earl.
Yeah, he can put the extension on it so he can get the reach. We're watching Earl Strickland pocket the 3-ball with a beautiful jump shot.
And stay for the shape.
Yeah, he's got the shape, but the 6-ball, he's going to have to accept the cut shot on the 6-ball, which is in bad because he can get back for the 7. So if he can just roll up a little bit, he'll just roll up or go bounce one rail off the left long rail. Just roll up. Yeah, accept the shot. Now you get the angle to get back for the 7.
A little weak on the stone there. He wanted it for the side. He's all right though. Just hold the cue a little bit. That's it. Oh my goodness.
Well, that's what Earl was actually thinking about. You know, he likes to play perfection, you know, and get perfect on position. And he's the first one to admit it to Evan that he was playing for position for either the side or the corner pocket. As Evan Broxmeyer bumps into the 9-ball. Still a makeable 9-ball. You can cut it in. Hit it with a lot of inside stuff and hold the cue ball down just for 2 rails back for the 10 in the opposite corner pocket. It looks like the angle that he has from here, he can do that.
Not as easy as it looks.
Not as easy from here as it looks, but the problem is you don't want to hang it up or miss it. You know, you're already down 2-0 to a world champion. So put that all on your shoulders as he overcuts it. But he came out smelling like roses. And
Yeah. Earl might be surprised here if he shoots this in.
this is a free bank. This is where the two-way comes into play. You can actually call the shot. And if you happen to lock the cue ball up behind the 10, if you call the bank,
No, I think
your opponent has to shoot.
I think he wants to go downtown with this shot.
Wow.
No, he's gonna play safe.
He's just going to play long distance.
Evans coming with a back cut here. Well, he also tried the safety. Well, he sold the farm.
And the tractor.
As long as he didn't sell his business, he's okay.
Yeah, he's in good business. Don't worry about that.
Right.
Earl Strickland just firing the 10-ball at 100 miles an hour, stopping the rock. Leads 3-0 of Evan Broxmeyer. You know, if you guys got a chance, come on by. There's plenty of players here actually hanging around, the locals that, and if you never experienced Mr. Cue's, make sure you come on by, put it on your calendar. Right.
Earl broke and went in the soup. In the soup.
Okay, you got to come with it, ball in hand. I know Evan probably hasn't been hitting the ball in so long, but you really just got to try to come with it here. You can't let Earl get too far out
He's
on.
got a nice shot with the 5-10. Right under the 4-ball or whatever it is, 8-ball.
You know, this is a shot you just
Seven
go for the
ball.
run out.
I don't know why we can't pick the colors up that clearly.
I'm picking them up perfect.
Well, you have a better vantage point.
Well, then you should sit in the chair over here instead of sitting up there on the 4th floor looking down at the monitor. But from your vantage point, you can actually, Larry's in like a tall bar stool, so you can actually see the shots on the table and the monitor. But when you try to do that,
I don't think this ball can stay out.
he should have just played one rail back for the 5 into the bottom left-hand corner. You don't think what can stay out, the 7 or the 10?
We just have to hit the top rail close to the hole. It's in. The 10. He's calling it.
And hit it under the 7. What he tried under the 7.
You play that ball into the 7.
Yeah, rail into the 7, into the pocket. Didn't work out, and Earl's going to punish him for it.
Maybe.
Okay, as Evan Broxmeyer says, you got it. 4-0 in favor of the mighty Earl Strickland. I don't think you can hit him much harder than that.
How are we looking? Looking all right.
Yeah, the problem is you're out of line now with the 1 ball. Evan, you know, he hasn't been practicing. But you got to give him credit for coming in this tournament. I mean, this is, if you ever wanted a Shark Tank, this is a Shark Tank right now.
He fouled the ball, but Earl told him put it back and let him shoot anyway. There's an old adage Mizrak taught me years ago, may he rest in peace. Never shoot sideways like Evan did. You lose the trajectory no matter how good you think you can hit it when you shoot sideways. For the average player.
Well, Earl's going to get trapped up behind a 9 ball.
He's trapped. I think he might come over the top. Well, maybe not. You see the edge? I can't see. No, he's got to kick this ball. He couldn't see it. Could not see that ball.
Well, ball in hand for Evan Broxmeyer from here. You know, once again, he's got to get on the board here. He's got to come with his game. Gets a little nudge from the 9. Great shape just to draw back off this 5 ball to get to the 6.
Well, if he punches it, it might not stay in the hole.
I don't think he can stay out.
He just punched it and it didn't stay in the hole.
He didn't hit it good enough. Didn't hit it in. You got to hit him in to win it, right?
It's tough.
It's tough when you're not practicing all the time. You know, it's really tough. Especially you're trying to come out onto a diamond table. You know, with the deep shelves and the points. And that'll knock you right out of rhythm.
Earl's a little funny here. He come off the rail there and made it simple.
Just when you think he's funny, he's right back in line on the next shot, huh?
Weak stone.
Well, Earl Strickland just went up 5-0 over Evan Broxmeyer. Bob, Joey Koziak sending you a message, Bob. I told him, I said, Bob will get it. That's my son, yeah, top one. Joey Koziak checking his Facebook, and he says, Al, he says, who the heck is CMB, who am Babawooski? It seems like everybody in New York right now is getting to know Bob, who's always out there working diligently. They're all coming up to me and saying, Al, who's this Bob Kawakawaka? He's in the chat.
Tell him to unfriend me. Tell him to friend me. I got a message from him else. Tell him to friend me.
Oh, okay, Bob, just to give you an update, Joe Koziak says to become his friend because he's got a message from you. I think he just sent you a friend's request. You got to send me those pictures, Larry. I'm sorry, guys. We've been slacking off over here. Joey Koziak sent me some messages with Bob and Larry Ross is showing me pictures of some scary guy resembling Joey Koziak. You know, the internet's pretty big as we got the world champion right here on live stream.
Yeah, but
I think he
but
still leads
everybody,
5-0. I hope I didn't miss a game. I'm sorry, Larry.
everybody's having a nice time, pleasant. There's no, I don't feel any animosity from any player to any player here.
Good caliber player.
And that's what it's about. You're supposed to enjoy the game as well as try to win.
Joe Koziak comes up to me and says, who's Bob Kawakadaka? How do you pronounce his last name?
I had the same thing. I'd ask you to tell him, please stop sending me all those constant messages, emails, or whatever. Earl's in pretty good stroke here. Six 1.
6-0, right?
Yeah, 6-zip.
6-0.
6-0.
All right, JT, I will talk to you later, my friend. Mr. Jerry Tarantola from NYC Grind. We're in communication. I'm multitasking over here. I never thought in my life that I would ever be doing this. Not live streaming, but I would never ever be doing multitasking the way I am. It seems like it's becoming natural now. Evan Broxmeyer re-racking himself. Tell Joey that he has to approve my request. Sent a long time ago. EPN saying he needs to friend me. I believe he sent your friend's request, but I will grab Joey Koziak. Bob, your name's becoming very popular in New York City. If you would have heard the way Joey Koziak, he thought CMBWSU was your last name. He said, who's this guy, Bob Kawakawakawasu? Hey, Joe. Let me grab Joe Koziak. I'm sorry, guys. Bob, send them another friend's request or something like that because he said, I said, Bob just sent you a friend's request. He said, okay, I'm going to look at my phone right now. So I don't know what the deal is, but we'll straighten it out before we get out of here. But Bob, you're making a name for yourself on the East Coast here. They all want to, they check, they come over to the booth and they say, Al, who's this guy? I said, that stands for Corner Market Bob, Washington State University area. And then their eyes open. Oh, really? Yeah, that's what it stands for. It's just funny the way he tried to say it. Joey's hyper by himself. You really got to know him. I can't. It depends. Well, Larry Ross has to step out, so we'll try to get somebody else in the booth. If not, I'll fly the pilot's seat solo. You know what, Bob? I'll grab a hold of Joey's phone. He's probably just too lazy to go down his friends list. I know he has probably numerous of them, like we all do. Did I miss a game? Let me get back in this. Okay, it's 6-0. Earl Strickland. Evan Broxmeyer trying to 1-10 combination to get at least one on the wire. Once again, you can't take anything away from Evan. Yeah, it's just when you're not playing it for a living, you're not doing it on a steady basis.
Oscar, you're on 8. Yeah, Jared,
This could be the outcome, you know. Larry Ross just went out. I believe he's going to play Aaron McManus. That's really big of Erin to come in and pay her entry, plus a membership, men's membership, to jump into the Shark Tank. I thought we were going to see Jennifer and a couple other players come out of New York. Pool player 891. Are they playing tomorrow? No, I believe Jose Burgos, the tournament director, wants. It's only 17 players. Does it pay to drag it out and bring, you know, a few players back tomorrow? I think it's better to finish it in one day. If it was 32, you know, double elimination, yeah, you know, with the amount of tables you have, I would say make it a 2-day. But since it's 17 players, 17 good players, it should go at a good pace, and you should be able to finish it with no problem. So I think we're going to finish it in one day. That's the latest. I was going to try to get out to Castle Billiards. They're having a great tournament out there, approximately 70 players, and try to catch up with the, you know, the finals, final 12 or 16 players out there. But I believe they're having a league night also, and it might be too much to actually get in there early and do all the wiring and get everything set up for the semifinals or at least the final 12 players or 16 players in that tournament. But we'll try to work something out. I might head towards Steinway and see if anything's going on, or we'll see. We'll play it by ear, and I'll definitely keep you up to date. If we can do something tomorrow, I'm game. All right, Ron, I'll probably see you over at Steinway. I'm going to try to mosey on over there. It depends on what time we get out of here, you know what I mean? But we'll try to make it over that way. Beautiful shot. Earl Strickland couldn't get out. Here's Joey Korziak. All right, Joey Korziak's just in the process of, he found your friend's request, Bob. You had to scroll back. Yes, what CMBWSU just put in there is the new AZBTV YouTube channel. It's called AZBT Vision. The link is right there. We've been uploading matches to YouTube, and some of these matches, if not all of them, will be uploaded to YouTube. You can go over there and you can click the wheel, like Bob says, not only subscribe, but there's a little wheel, and you can elect to get a notification when we do upload some matches. So if you click the wheel and elect to get a notification, you will get notified when we upload them. Pretty cool. Anytime, pool player, we're glad we can get out here and do it. It was just a little 300-mile trip for us to get down. But we got here early, so we're good. Evan Broxmeyer. Right, puts one on the board. 6-1. Pops live 89. Pops 89 live. Welcome aboard. Nice to see you. You're watching Earl Strickland and Evan Broxmeyer play. Score is 6-1, as you can see on the screen. And Earl set the break. It's alternate break. 10 ball. Call shot. You don't have to call safety. Just call the shot. See, you know what I've been noticing a lot about Earl? I don't know if you guys are picking up on this. He's been putting that elbow, you know, he's been putting that left elbow practically under the short rail. Whether that's giving him more push, you know, sort of like being an arm wrestler, right? And you're holding underneath the table, right? Giving more leverage, so to say. He puts that left arm practically under that short rail now, I noticed. And he's told me a few weeks ago that he would be dangerous if he can get the break down packed. He would be more dangerous. So maybe that's part of the technique that he's putting into his break. That sledgehammer break was Matt Crowler off to the right. I told Joey, Bob, I said, if you want to know anything about pool, I said, Bob will spam you. Bob will spam your wall and let you know. If you don't want to know too much about it, just let him know, and he won't tag you as much. But, you know, we're out there to promote and let people know what's going on. Joey said he might even keep in touch with you, Bob, because he's thinking about heading out to the West Coast soon. So you might like to really PM you and keep in contact with you. CMBWSU taking over the East Coast. Earl Strickland back to the jump cue. We're going airborne. He called the 5 in his side. He almost made it. He's going to leave it. Evan Broxmeyer with a 5-9 combination. So you see Mike Andrews there in the red shirt, standing right in front of the camera. He's playing on the Jason table. He's playing Jose Burgos. You know, just when you see Earl wave his hands up like in disgust, he's disgusted with his position, it's because he really likes to play as accurate as possible, you know. Cue ball on a string, so to say, you know, GPS'd. And just when he waves his hands, and he comes right back, straight back in line. And everyone says, that's good enough, Earl. So now it's 7-1 in favor of Earl Strickland. Once again, folks, we'd like to thank a lot of our sponsors. Of course, we want to thank AZ Billiards, azbilliards.com. There's the live stream news group. So if you're over on Facebook and you're searching out live stream news, that's the logo you'll see at the top of the page. You'll know you'll be right at the right group. Suggest to be a member. We would love to have you aboard. I believe we have close to 6,300 members as we speak, or as I speak. But if you're not on Facebook, or don't have a way to get there, or just elect not to use Facebook, that's all good too. We're on Instagram. And you can search on Instagram, you can search out live stream news. And that's the logo you'll see, the bright sunshine. Live stream news logo, and you'll know you're at the right page. Earl Strickland's not on the right page as he tries to nudge the one into the side pocket. The one just doesn't reach the side. And plays hockey with the cue ball. And gives Evan Broxmeyer ball in hand. That's actually an easier way to find Facebook. If you do have Facebook accessibility, that link right there, that CMB WSU, our senior moderator just put in the chat. That is the link to live stream news. Also, there is a page. We created a page called AZBTV. That's on Facebook. It's a like page. The only thing that's on the AZBTV page is things that AZBTV will be doing, whether it be in the near future or what we're doing presently. That's AZBTV on Facebook. It's a like page. You can go there and like it. And when we post in there, of course, one of those little red worlds, we'd like to call them the red worlds, show up and just let you know that something's been posted in AZBTV. And most of the time it'll be something, you know, to the effect of where we're going to be live streaming the next event. You know, social media is a big part of the world today, and I think it's probably the fastest way to get word out there that certain events are going on. And there's the like page right there. That's the AZBTV like page on Facebook. You just click the link, go over there and like it, and you'll just be notified of one of those, like I said, I call it the red world or the red reminder that something's been posted in there. Maybe we'll get, we might get Jose Burgos in here to give you a little bit of information on what he's going to be up to as you watch Evan Broxmeyer discuss getting out of line there. He still had the shot, but didn't come with it as Earl Strickland does, and now he is on the hill. It's 8-1. Keep in mind, this is a winner-side match. We will not see the last time Evan Broxmeyer. As Earl is explaining the table, the way the table's playing, he's explaining to Evan that this table is question in the chat. What is the next match? We don't know at this point.
He won't play perfect pool on this table. He'll be all mine right here. He'll be all mine.
Earl's right, he does have 8. Earl's absolutely right. He does have 8. As we're going to watch Earl break on the hill.
His balls won't go in now. See that? He can't drive that ball.
Hey, Jameson New on the road. Mr. Jameson, how are you, sir, in your travels? Jameson New stopping through Missouri. I don't know where he is next. The Carolinas, Georgia. He's been running the United States north to south, east to west. He's been all over the place. We hope you're doing great, and Sandra. And I did see you, Jameson, by the way. If you follow Jameson, he sat in one of the chairs that belonged to like the tallest man in the world, or he stood next to the statue also. And Jameson sitting in that chair looked like he was in kindergarten. Oh, in Missouri. It was really a sight to see. I forget the actress, Lillian Tomlin, I think it was. She used to have like a comedy show where she used to sit in this big rocking chair. Well, that's what Jameson looked like, sitting in this chair that belonged. It was like a bronze made for the tallest man in the world. They happened to replicate or just make a copy of his chair. It was funny. We're watching the mighty Earl Strickland. You know, it's just a walk in the park for the Earl. He's on the hill. He's about to take this match. Evan Broxmeyer jumps up and congratulates Earl. 9-1 in favor of Earl Strickland, still on the A side. Evan Broxmeyer just moves over to the B side, so he's not out yet. We'll get right back to you with another match, folks, in a couple of minutes. Upstate needs a break. We'll be right back.